Emeka the keyboardist. Episode 2, The Link Up, continued from episode 1. Later that night, as Emeka sat by his keyboard at home, he received a mysterious phone call. The call on the other end said, "Emeka, we've been watching you. We know your worth. We have an offer for you. Meet us tomorrow at the old auditorium by 10 a.m. This could change everything." Emeka's heart raced. Who were these people? What did they want from me? And could this truly be the opportunity I've been waiting for, he asked. The next day arrived and Emeka, eager to make a good impression, arrived at the auditorium an hour early. As the clock struck 10 a.m., he saw someone approaching. "Hi, I am Joshua," the man said. After exchanging pleasantries, Joshua began to explain. He told Emeka about a big event he was invited to as a singer, and he needed to form a band with Emeka as the keyboardist. The event was called 100 Hours of Praise and hosted by the Praise Zion Ministry in Ikeja, Lagos, and many renowned ministers of praise would be there. It was a non-stop praise session, making it serious business. Joshua further mentioned that they were given a time slot for Friday early morning from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., a 4-hour praise session. He told Emeka that rehearsals needed to start immediately as the event was just next week, and provided all necessary details. Emeka asked about the payment arrangement, and Joshua assured him that it was going to be massive, with the event budgeted around 10 million naira. Although they wouldn't be paid upfront, they were promised a substantial compensation afterwards. Such events typically didn't offer less than 300,000, so Emeka could expect at least 50,000 naira, concluded Joshua. Emeka was happy and left, looking forward to the opportunity. The rehearsal was scheduled for an all-night section on Wednesday, the week of the event. Emeka was introduced to the rest of the band: Jude the bassist, Gloria, Sophia, Jennifer and Tope the backup singers, Timmy the drummer and Uche the lead guitarist. The rehearsal went well, and together they practiced all the songs they would perform during their 4-hour slots. Fast forward to the day of the event. Joshua had to hire a cab to take them to the venue, as the journey was quite far. They all assembled at the auditorium, but there was a problem. The cab could only take 5 persons. This resulted in Emeka, Timmy the drummer, and Jude the bassist squeezing into the trunk of the car. It was a big letdown since Joshua didn't have any extra funds. Emeka was pained, but reminded himself of the potential payments and his passion for music. They arrived at the event venue exactly 10:30 p.m. on Thursday. Since the event had already started, they stayed alert until Friday morning when they were called on stage. They performed their set for 4 non-stop hours before handing over to the next band. After the performance, Minister Joshua and the crew were put in a cool room and given rice and chicken with drinks. Emeka was delighted, thinking that if the food was this good, the pay would be even better. After eating and waiting, it was already 5 a.m. and they needed to leave. Joshua went to meet the organizers for some money assistance. Shockingly, he returned with only 8 packets of instant noodles, Indomie, to share. He broke the news to the team, and Emeka couldn't believe his eyes. He had so many plans for the money, and now they were left with instant noodles. The main issue was the driver, who had been waiting to be paid. Joshua explained the situation to him, and although the driver agreed to carry them back, he had other plans. Angry, he dumped them in the middle of the road, still far from their drop-off point, and drove away. Everyone had to find their own way back home, and even Joshua got another cab for himself, telling Emeka to sort himself out. Emeka and Jude didn't have any money for a taxi, so they had to trek a long distance home after all the stress. When Emeka got back home, it was already 11 a.m. on Friday. Exhausted and out of cash, he quickly went to sleep. When he woke up, he decided to change his clothes and miraculously found an abandoned 2,000 naira in one of his trouser pockets. Overjoyed, he rushed to get some beans and rice. As he was eating, his phone rang again. This time, it was Anne calling.
"Hello, it's me, Anne. Can you come play tomorrow at our event?" she said.
he will pay me 5,000 naira before I come, Emeka responded firmly. No problem. We will pay you 100,000 naira. Come first. In fact, I will send you 10,000 now and the rest after the event tomorrow. Anne assured. Emeka had never met Anne before, but he received the money and started preparing for the next day. Meanwhile, Anne spoke to someone over the phone. Master, I've convinced him to come. Our sacrifice is ready. A strange airy voice responded with a wicked laugh. Finally, it will be done. Let's wait for tomorrow. To be continued in episode 3. What will happen to Emeka at the event with Anne? Will he fall into the trap, or is there something more sinister at play? Stay tuned to find out. Please share, like, and drop a comment if you find this interesting. See you in episode 3.